All right, dude. Welcome in, everyone, to the Hardly Huddle podcast. Austin, with the mic mute. Quickly. That was good.
Sorry, I had to. Sorry.
I can do that, too.
He had to turn his little lightsaber on.
I can't. Helps a
All
lot.
right. So, we're just going to bullshit some fantasy here. If you guys want, I can lead off with a nice question here.
Oh, go for it, bud.
All right, who do you guys think is going to be a better fantasy asset on your teams? Colson Loveland or Warren?
I hope Loveland, because I have him on like the dynasty, our main dynasty team, our dynasty league. I think Warren is maybe a little more reliable. I worry about that Ben Johnson offense. I feel like he's got like offensive ADHD. I feel like he's like, I want to get this guy involved, this guy involved, this guy involved. Like, I just think there's too many weapons maybe on that offense for one guy to be super effective.
It didn't really open up for Loveland either till like later on in the season. Yeah,
for a few games.
I think Loveland's going to take a huge step.
I think so as well.
Everyone this year being on Luther Burden is kind of crazy to me. I think Loveland has a bigger step than Luther Burden
look
does.
At that. Look at the year one with Laporta when Johnson was still with the Lions. Laporta looked phenomenal. He was number one the whole season.
Yeah,
I think Colson Loveland.
Hey, Kaiser.
Kaiser.
All right.
I think Colson Loveland also had just like a really good year, like for his rookie year. I don't think they're gonna try to like.
Holy shit!
Now that's mine. There goes mine.
You guys live in a dog pound or what?
I don't think they're gonna try to like I don't know, move away from how well he's done.
What do you mean?
Colson Loveland? Wait, I don't even know who Warren is. I'm gonna be honest with you. Who the hell is
Tyler Warren?
The tight end for the Colts.
Let me look him up real quick.
That's the other reason why I said it as well. Is just the situation with the Colts, with the quarterback and all that. We don't really know how it's going to go. I still think Warren's going to be good though.
Who's the backup for Daniel Jones if he's not ready to go?
Yeah, I was familiar with Leonard.
I'm guessing it's going to be Riley Leonard as well. I don't think it's going to be Anthony Richardson.
They don't want to touch Richardson with a fucking.
They're getting Phillip Rivers, fucking 48-year-old Phillip Rivers, dude. Like
yuck.
They literally called him off of a fucking high school football team sideline.
Off the couch, dude.
Yeah,
he's like
he's coaching a high school team. And they were like, "Hey, by the way, you're still in the X's and O's. You want to come sling it?"
He
wasn't good for like a game, 2 games.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Then his arm fell off. He was probably like, "Dude, I was not prepared for this at all."
Yeah.
All right.
He's just a little. He's a little too old now, I think, and he's just.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. He's not relevant. So yeah, I'd say Riley Leonard. And with Riley Leonard, so to me, this is just like a general way I think of things sometimes, is if a quarterback's not that good, I always assume the tight end and the running back are going to be getting a little more
think for the dump off passes.
That's just like where my mind goes. So honestly, it's not always a bad thing when there's a bad quarterback, but you also got to imagine like then those
Malik Willis with Achane and Greg Dulcich.
But I don't think Willis is bad necessarily, but I think in that offense, in the Miami Dolphins offense, I think they're going to have to funnel it to just their playmakers, like the guys they have that are playmakers. Like you can't rely on some of those rookies. Like
who's the receiver there? Malik Washington? Is he
Malik Washington? Yeah. Greg Dulcich at tight end. I think Waller's gone. Is he not?
Darren Waller, I think so. I mean, look.
I think he was a 1-year deal with
their depth chart looking like?
And dude, when he came in, like he did good those first couple games, then he got hurt again, and then he played like 2 games, then he got hurt again.
That's been his career, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's just literally how it's went.
Yeah, that sucks.
And fantasy wise, it was great because like if you had tight end premium for him, like dude, you were getting 20-some points just out of 2 touchdowns off the guy, man.
Malik Washington, Jalen Tolbert, Tutu Atwell, Greg Dulcich.
Those are all niche guys. Those are all like guys that fill a role.
Caleb Douglas, Chris Bell, Kevin Coleman Jr., Taj Washington, Terrence Marshall Jr.
Chris Bell's fine once he gets healthy. I'm high on Chris Bell, like his talent, but you don't know when you have him. So it's not like you like build an offense around him right now. Like this is a full blown, we are tanking for a I guess, quarterback. I mean, they just signed a quarterback to a huge deal, but like, what are you doing right now with this team?
It seems like they're trying to get they need skill. Well, Achan's good at running back, but like
Jeremiah Smith, I guess, is like the natural conclusion. It's like you get your quarterback, and then you get the weapon if you like really tank bad, like you're somehow worse than like the Cardinals or whatever.
Dolphins are in a situation where they were, or like where the Raiders were like 3 years ago. They had just like nothing. They're on a rebuild for sure at this point.
Yeah. You mean like back when they had like Kevin O'Connell?
Yes.
Where you're like, dude, there's a ghost land in that town.
They're at this point where it's like they're obviously Tua didn't work. Tua was a project they used for years now? Like how long has he been in the league for now? 6 years.
There was a time when Tua was just absolutely crushing the game though too.
Yeah, well,
yes, but I also think Mike McDaniels had a love for him, dude. That
a lot had to do with
he wanted
Tyreek.
Yeah. I think everything was built around Tua, and I think if you have like a good offensive mind that's specifically building around a guy, you can like gloss over a lot of, you can turn a lot of chicken shit into chicken salad kind of thing. Like,
true.
You can make it work, but it's not going to be like,
wow, this chicken salad tastes weird.
It's not going to be.
I never heard that saying before, dude. I'm gonna start using that. A little chicken shit salad.
They had a little something different in this one.
Dude, it's pretty good. It's like the salmon skin.
I was just gonna say it tastes kind of like salmon skin.
It kind of tastes like multiple concussions.
Austin, did you know that you can turn chicken shit into chicken salad?
I heard you guys.
All right, so we had another team with a lot of movement at skill position was the Packers. Who do you guys think leads the Packers in receptions?
I mean, well, clearly they're hoping it's going to be Golden, but we'll see.
I do hold out a lot of hope for Golden. I think he was really good coming out. I liked him a lot as a prospect.
I mean, he's the first.
I still think Tucker Kraft, if he can bounce back from the injury.
Well. Yeah, Tucker Kraft is just really
he's just
good.
Big, dude. He's just
And Christian Watson, they still have.
And he's a deep threat, and they like
he's a boom bust guy though. He's always been this way. His whole career, boom bust. Remember his rookie year? For like, dude, 6 weeks straight, it was like a for sure thing. This guy was getting a touchdown.
I know you remember. You're the one who picked him up off waivers.
It was a for sure thing. He was getting a touchdown.
That's all we heard about.
And the problem is, as soon as he got hurt, it was the end of it. It wasn't even like a big, hey, he's not playing hurt. He just got a minor injury, and he was still playing, but. I mean, that was just the end of it.
Well, his whole thing is his boom bust is related to the injuries. Like if he's hurt, he's not producing. If he's on the field, he's at least involved. Like there were times where it was like he touched the ball 3 times. It was all on go balls, and he had a touchdown for 50 yards on 3 targets. You know what I mean? Where you're like, even when he's on the field and he's barely getting the ball, he's still producing enough that if he's in your flex, you feel okay.
That is true. Yeah.
But I also think like he went and like he seeked extra help for like his hamstring and shit, dude. Like he was like
nappy.
He was like looking for extra help to try to stay healthy, and like still couldn't. So like we'll see this year. I mean, he's not old, so he still has a chance to like turn it around. But yeah, it just feels like I don't know. I feel like it's because of fantasy, kind of a little like recency bias. I think there's a lot of people that are like, dude. I'm off this guy regardless of.
I know the Packers got rid of some. They lost some offensive lineman guys too. So
I couldn't tell you.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll
see how it goes for Love. Personally. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Your guys' division for whatever. But
I'm not worried about them. That's why I didn't care.
I'm not worried about the Packers.
All right.
Literally even thinking of them.
Number one is the Bears. It's the Bears.
Packers lose
crazy to say, but it is
over
year for sure, but. I know they definitely. Well, they lost receivers.
Yeah, they lost receivers. What's his name? Yep,
Dobbs went to the
Eagles. Or did
Eagles?
Is it Eagles? Is it the Eagles?
Dobbs went to the Patriots. Wicks went to the
Patriots.
Eagles.
That's right. Wicks. Yeah. That's who I'm thinking of. Yeah,
dude. The Packers receivers I always mix up. That's one of the ones.
They're all the same. They draft very similar guys, similar size, similar skill set, and they just kind of squeeze them into wherever.
Me personally, I don't have a lot of faith in Golden this year. I mean, he's not
fantasy-wise, though, you got to feel
I'd
a
rather
little
have
more
Tate.
confident taking a receiver for Green Bay now. Just because before there was like 5, 6 guys, and they
Tucker
just didn't have
Kraft's
that.
the only guy I
It
would
didn't have that.
target.
Yeah, I'm right there with you as well. But you could probably still grab Golden, man, and maybe just have a little bit of hope.
So
I'd rather get like Carnell Tate with the Titans or something. Or
I'm big on Tate.
So do
this
you
year,
think?
though,
Do you think straight up Matthew Golden, or you think Tucker Kraft outscores Matthew Golden?
Yes, I think so as
straight
well.
up, regardless of
Absolutely,
position.
I would be
Oh,
willing to put a lot of money down on that one, even with the
Really?
injury. Yeah.
Because I mean, someone's got to. Well, that's true. I didn't even think about that. They have Jaden Reed.
Personally, I think that they're putting more chips in
I
on
didn't even think
Christian
about that.
Watson staying healthy this year. I think they're
For
thinking
a role.
Yeah.
Like he's their outside
And if
guy.
he does, he definitely does better than Golden, I think.
Yeah, I think that I mean, well, it's easy for me to say like how, whatever. You always say like, oh, this guy should be here in the slot. This guy should be this and that. If they move Golden around, they could use his athletic. I mean, he's not a big guy. 5'11", 191. Like he's not a big guy, but if you move him around and get him in space, like he's got some separation. Like you could get him the ball.
They took him first overall, and the Packers, they haven't like really taken skill set guys first overall in a long time. That's why it was such a big deal when they took him.
Yeah, and to Jay's point, like Christian Watson's the outside guy, Jaden Reed's sort of like the slot guy who can also get deep. Like where does Golden fit in that? Like Tucker Kraft is kind of up the seam and like whatever check down stuff. Like where does Matthew Golden fit in? But like yeah, I mean, I think at least getting rid of Dobbs and Wicks clears some of that space up. Dude, last year it was a crapshoot. It was literally guys down.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. You really couldn't depend on one receiver there for the Packers fantasy-wise. You just could not.
It was hard to bet on any of them, really.
Yeah, unless you had Tucker Kraft, which he's a tight end, but if you had Kraft, it was great until the injury. Yes, yeah.
I was just looking at all their last season stats, and it looks like Dobbs was their lead receiver.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
And only at 700
yards.
It was like a little bit over 700 yards. No one really stood out. They were just kind of spreading the ball out all last season.
It wasn't. He didn't really have any consistent numbers every single week. Like he throw a stinker at you 2 games in a row.
Right. You couldn't really if you're looking at fantasy wise, you really can't.
Yeah, that's what
you really couldn't rely on anybody on the Packers last year, as
and
a
it's
wide
funny,
out.
Because whenever there's a team and I see a team where there's all these options and you're like, I don't know which one to pick, I'm always like, well, there's a lot of guys to throw to, so I'll bet on the quarterback. Jordan Love was the quarterback 15, bro. So it's not like he was like, oh, I have all these weapons. I'm like it's just, I think it's a skill set, I think, as a quarterback to be able to turn all the to be able to distribute. Like a lot of quarterbacks, I think, pick a guy and that's their guy. I think it's hard to it might be easier with less receivers for him.
It kind of reminds me of the Patriots with Drake May. It's like he spread the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
You'd have Hunter Henry weeks, you would have Diggs weeks, you would have Booty weeks. It's just,
and that's the offense too.
Yeah,
that's Josh McDaniels' offense. Like he likes to spread it. Like when he had Brady too, Brady would do the same thing. It was 5 different receivers on any given week. So it definitely is him. But I mean, again, to the point, Drake May does a good job of he likes to throw to different places. Like he likes to
spread. And he feels good targeting the QB. Like obviously QB2 last year.
Yeah.
You got paid if you took him.
You think he's going to be as good this year? Do you think he's going to be as good this year, Jay? What do you think?
I don't.
If the A.J. Brown trade doesn't happen, do you think they bring Diggs back?
Yes. Probably.
I think so as well. Yeah,
there's no way it doesn't happen, dude.
Because Stephon Diggs right now is still a free agent, right?
34, 34, I believe, also
something like that.
32, 34, something like that.
It doesn't matter because he still produced last year.
Yes, he did. True, he did.
But again, the same thing with the Packers. Does Diggs fill a similar role to what Dobbs fills? Like, are they running this? Are you in an ideal situation, ideal offense? Are both of those guys doing the same thing? Because obviously they can't. They're doing, they're the same on the same team.
Right.
Does now one guy's not the slot anymore? So who's the one that's getting deep? Like, obviously, probably Dobbs because he's younger. But
I would assume so.
Yeah, it's tough. Like you don't really like AJ Brown is such a different. Sorry, again to go on like a Patriots tangent, but like AJ Brown is such a different type of receiver versus Diggs. Like they're not the same archetype. You know what I mean? Like, so I think it changes things. Yes, you bring Diggs back just to have a better wide receiver room, but I don't know that it's like
I think
you're just gonna.
I think AJ Brown has a lot more left in the tank than Diggs did last year.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
AJ
100%.
Brown could
If AJ
lead
Brown,
your team
I think
as
so
long
as
as he
well, yeah.
stays healthy. He could lead your team in targets. He
Yeah.
could go and do it all. He could just be.
He can do it himself.
He
He's
can
an
handle
alpha.
the volume.
I
Is
think
what I'm getting at. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
AJ
100%.
Brown will just be a happier person too. He won't be sneak dissing his fucking team on Twitter anymore, and
Won't be
Yeah.
reading books on the
Reading books on the
sideline.
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
sideline. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that was wild.
I
Seeing
think
that, dude.
I think if
What?
AJ Brown ends up on the Pats, this conversation is just like doesn't matter. It's like he's got to be the guy there if that happens.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's to me. I like as tandems go. Obviously, it's a little bit of a projection, but as tandems go, dude, I'll take Dobbs and AJ Brown as a wide receiver tandem with Drake May over a lot of other teams, dude.
Oh yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
Like,
absolutely.
that's a solid
Absolutely.
one too.
I
Would
mean,
you
AJ
go-
Brown, like I
What
said,
about what about them over Burrow, Chase, and Higgins?
No,
You're crazy,
Ooh,
dude.
you're
okay,
not
what
there
about-
yet.
What are you
That's-
talking?
I mean,
Okay.
you're talking
what
about the
Give me
best
one
one in
lower.
the
Give me
league.
one
Hold on,
lower.
hold
What's
on,
a
hold
tier
on.
We gotta
down?
go lower. We gotta go
Goff,
lower.
Amon-Ra, J-Mo, or Goff, Amon-Ra, Laporta.
See,
I'd take the Patriots.
I probably
I'm a
take the
homer.
Patriots one in that. It's
Call me a homer. I
because
take the Patriots.
J-Mo is not.
Drake May with
He's not
I
proving
had a
himself
stat
to be.
last video about
He did,
J-Mo.
yeah. He did.
J-Mo was wide receiver 13 with, 2 zeros in multiple under 7-point games.
Yeah,
Let
but
me
what
look.
if that's just him?
His super boom bust. Well,
Yeah,
if we want to talk Lions this year, Laporta is gonna go nuclear.
I'm huge on Sam
Okay.
Laporta this
You
year.
think
dude.
so?
Well,
yeah, I'm huge.
For
on
what
Laporta,
reason? Like, what
yeah.
makes you feel like
Because
that versus last
Petzing.
year?
Petzing comes in. Drew
Mhm.
Petzing was the Cardinals guy
Okay.
last year,
And
right?
look how
Okay.
much
Look at
they
how much
fed
So you're projecting
McBride.
Trey McBride.
They
Gotcha.
He
fed
loves
McBride,
2 tight
dude.
end sets. We signed Conklin from the Jets, so we have
Yep.
another decent tight end. Conklin.
Yep.
We got Laporta. I think that Laporta's going to be back to his rookie season where he just has a year. Honestly,
Okay.
like Laporta's going to go nuts this year. I think I would draft Laporta over Tyler Warren. I would take Laporta over. There's not a lot I'm drafting ahead of Laporta in this year, to be honest with you.
In terms of tight
obviously
ends.
the big
In
ones.
terms of
are
tight end,
obviously, like
Yeah.
Brock Bowers, obviously.
I
Brock
think
Bowers.
Colson
Benson.
Loveland, Brock Bowers.
So here's
Laporta. I think a lot of those guys are.
So Laporta is tight end number 8. So you take him over Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
You take him over Tucker Kraft.
Yeah. I hate Tucker Kraft. I hate him because I'm a Lions fan.
Right. Yeah. But skill set.
He's good. He
does
good.
get the ball a lot.
God, I hate him, but he's good.
Harold Fannin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd take
Take him over
Laporta
Harold Fannin.
twice over him.
You take him over Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
Take him over Colson Loveland.
It's close there, but I think I
So
would
he's
take
like basically
Laporta.
your tight end 3.
Yeah, I think Laporta
which
has
is
a year.
5 spots above consensus, which is probably one of the highest jumps. You know what I mean? That's going to be one of the highest.
Yeah, I could see
ratings
it
you have
happening.
over.
I mean, we've seen Laporta do it before. What was his
Yeah, the
rookie
u-
year?
Right. The use is there. The usage
Yeah.
could be there.
Even
Yeah,
with
totally.
And
even
with
like,
Petzing.
so you're not worried about like his back being messed up because he's been like nursing
That's
that
the
injury
only
for a
thing
long
that
time.
scares me. But he's had a lot of time. He dealt with the injury last year. He played with the injury for quite a while. He missed some time with the injury.
He did.
A lot of the time, it's like we get out there and we question these injuries. Once those injuries are in the past, a lot of the time these guys can come out and be good.
I mean,
The
look
problem
at
is people try to buy in too quickly on guys when they come off of injuries.
well, look at Brock Bowers. He had an injury last year and came back and still was balling at the end of the year.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So
He was.
it's really case by case situations because who knows? It's such a question mark.
Yeah.
Sometimes people come back from injury and are just fine. Some people come back from injury and they're a completely different football player. You know, it's
Corey,
like,
I think you should lead off a question here. You got anything for us?
yeah, I do. And it kind of goes off of what we were talking about with tight ends here. I just want to kind of talk about how crazy the Raiders could be here very soon. I think they're building a
Yuck,
crazy
dude.
team, dude. I'll be honest with you. Like,
Mm.
they had quarterback issues for a long time,
There
but
as well, dude.
but they've been building a team for like years now. Like they got Genty last year. He didn't perform as well as most people thought he was, but I think he's good. I think he's good enough to be a running back.
So you're all in on Mendoza, then I take it.
I'm saying I'm asking the question: is that the missing piece that they've needed for years now? They haven't had a quarterback in how long? If he performs well, are they going to be a team?
This isn't data driven. This isn't like, oh well, this guy did this and this. I just think the Raiders always find a way, dude. They always find a way to blow it, dude. They're one of those organizations. They just like Mendoza's going to be like the next like Sam Darnold who goes somewhere, gets drafted, sucks, and then 2 years later he's killing it on another team.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's been a trend.
It might be better now, though, man, with the whole Brady situation, Brady being a part of the Raiders now and everything. That's just, just speculation, obviously, but...
Right. But I'm
saying... People love Brady, too.
I'm saying
Brady was in on a shit coin, dude. He was pulling scams and shit, bro. He just wants to get his hands on anything he can to stay relevant at this point. Dude, I love Brady. He's my like fucking favorite player, but him as a person outside of football, I think like
loves Brady, too.
It's not something where I'm like,
you guys should kiss.
All right, fine. I just feel like, I don't know. He's not. I don't think he's like a quarterback whisperer. It's not like he's there and all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh, Mendoza's like the next Brady because he like told them all the trade secrets. Like, dude, the secret is with Brady that he fucking worked his ass off. Like he never stopped and he was obsessive about it.
Mike McDaniel.
You can't make someone obsessive.
Brady as well.
Yeah.
I think Gino has a better year this year.
Gino?
Where
does Gino even go?
Where's Gino going last year? Dude.
Oh yeah,
I hope he does. I'm a Garrett
Wilson
owner in two leagues, so I hope he has a better year for sure. For Garrett Wilson wise, for me,
based on the offensive line, he's got to have a better year.
You just jumped from one organization that shoots himself in the foot every chance they get.
I know it's really comparable, but Gino came from the Raiders, so that's my thing is. Gino struggled with the Raiders. Mendoza's going to go there, and I think he's
better
than
Gino. Mendoza, I will say, I will go on record.
I think Mendoza
year one will be better than Gino was last year.
I think so as well. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I'll throw a little bit thing out here. I think Mendoza is definitely going to be better than JJ McCarthy.
Yeah,
that's my call. That's my call of the year.
I hate saying that as a Michigan fan, but you're probably right, dude. You're probably right.
That's Corey's call of the year right there.
You're probably right, dude.
I'd sprinkle a little cheddar cheese on that there, Core.
Yes.
So what do you think Mendoza, like his ceiling? Like say he has like what we think his like is he a Tyler Shuck from last year? Like where you're like, wow, he's got a lot of promise. He put up some like big fantasy weeks. But he's not, he's not necessarily a guy where you're like, oh, he's going to be like QB1.
The Raiders have to get another guy for him to like really succeed. I'm talking like being like possibly like top 12.
You're talking
by the
like
end of the
wide
season,
receiver,
dude.
right?
Yeah,
like AJ Brown. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna have to do something like that in order for him to succeed like that.
Their wide receiver room's not that great, but I mean they have
Cam Ward or Mendoza this coming year.
Cam Ward.
Well,
I'm taking Cam Ward
fantasy wise, it's probably gonna be Ward because he's starting, right?
And he's at year. And he's got better weapons.
Yes,
so everyone just said
weapons he has.
Everyone just said
Brock
Mendoza
Bowers
besides me. Didn't you all say that Bowers was going to be great this year?
Yeah, I was just going to say better weapons might not be it, but I do like what Tennessee's got. But
and
yeah,
I don't hate Mendoza. Like, you never know, but I'm probably higher on Cam Ward because he has a crazy work ethic from what people report. Just like Amon-Ra, my guy, back to the Lions.
I'm right here with you.
He was drafted late round guy, but Cam Ward was obviously drafted early. But they say that who was it? It was Amon-Ra.
There's guys that were drafted.
They were talking about work ethic, hardest work ethic in the league, and it was like Amon-Ra and Cam Ward, and then there was one other guy, maybe like hitman or something.
Yeah, but also Shador fucking trained with him or whatever. So I don't know. It might
Trained
just
with
be
who?
hype.
If you watch those videos, though,
Cam
you can
Ward,
see the
yeah.
competitiveness in the two and how
Yeah.
different it is. Where Cam Ward was
Dude,
way more competitive
I
than
hate to say
Shador
it, dude.
was.
I think a lot of these guys are very competitive individuals.
Oh yeah, they
Well, I mean, I'm
absolutely
sure
are.
they
But
are.
I think a
yeah,
lot
they
of them
are.
really
But
hate
when you
to lose
watch
at
the
whatever.
two, when you watch the video, you can clearly see which one like they want to succeed more than the other, and it was
So
Cam.
what
Ward.
Cam
about-
Ward's
Cam
more
Ward
talented
has-
than Shador, so
He
like,
is,
you,
he
that,
is.
yeah.
So what about you taking Aaron Rodgers or Mendoza next year?
Mendoza.
Oh, Mendoza for sure. 100%.
In Dynasty, hold on.
I don't
In
know, dude.
Dynasty,
Just straight up on the year.
I'm
Next
not
year's
sure, dude.
performance.
Are you saying Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, is Aaron Rodgers
Or
even going to be in the
Mendoza.
league next
He
year?
is.
Yeah,
he
he's
is
just
playing.
another
He
deal.
said he's made it
This
clear
is
this
his
is
last
his
one.
last season as well.
And
yeah.
now this
Okay.
year, he's got Pittman
Pittman.
Pittman, Jeremy Bernard,
Metcalf.
DK Metcalf,
Dowdle.
That's a good offense.
He has
That's
Rick
actually a good
Dowdle.
offense.
Jalen Warren is still there as well.
Fryer
so,
Darnell
yeah.
Washington's
Moose,
big
yeah.
ass.
I honestly think that the Raiders are like one good wide receiver away from being a very competitive team. Like if they could just get one big wide receiver, they are probably going to be good.
I guess I take Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
I kind of take Aaron Rodgers too, dude. Yeah,
He's going
once
one
you really
spot
think
behind
about
Mendoza.
it, if he's able,
Well,
If
right
they
now
need-
he is.
if he's
If
able
either
to
of
I
get
think
those-
Aaron
to being
Rodgers
this,
is a value this year, man.
If
I
either
do
of those
too.
guys are on your fantasy team and they're starting, something terrible has happened.
Possibly.
You're
Something
not.
has-
no.
You're not down in
You think,
in-
dude?
You're not down in QB 28 and 29, dude, and like you can get those guys on waivers, dude.
Yeah, you can get them for
That means
like
you
a
did
penny.
not. That means you did not draft a quarterback.
How big a
Well,
league?
yeah.
10-team league, yes.
That's
12-team, yes.
30-man team league. Where's Mendoza?
Because yeah, dude. I mean, you have to literally be like, I'm streaming quarterback, which is a bold move. But if that's your move, then that's your move.
I
But,
have
like,
done that. Jay has done that as well a couple
I know.
years.
It's a-
It
I
it's
had a
has
a
worked
year.
out.
I had
Yeah.
a year where I played like 12 different quarterbacks on my team,
This-
Yeah.
and I was in
So-
the playoffs.
So you can't really judge Mendoza on ADP this year because he's not even starting yet.
That is true.
So,
No,
That's
it's
very
projection.
true,
It's all
Corey.
projection.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's very
yeah.
true, Corey. Yeah.
But I
So,
think
like,
based
Kirk
on like
Cousins-
weapons, dude, like weapons versus like who's he have to throw to? Like, he's gonna have to just literally throw to Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers and then
every
some
single time.
screens
That
to
was my
Genty.
So,
argument where
so
I was
how
like,
many yards can Brock Bowers have by himself? So say he has
3,000 yards this year.
Say he has a historic like almost 2,000 yards receiving, bro. That's gonna be the cap of what he has.
He's going to be the
maybe
craziest
hits
tight end.
Trey Tucker down the sideline a couple times or
You
whatever.
guys are
but, like,
really-
Jack Besh, dude. Jack Besh season.
Oh, yes.
I honestly
not for
think
me.
that
No, probably not.
there's going to be a lot more
We can
running
hope,
this
though,
year
'cause
as
I
well.
have
We're
with
him.
the
talking about
Raiders.
Jack Besh
I
all
think
last
they
year.
got
You were
new
all
head
about him.
coach. Pete
I'm
Carroll's
drafted
gone
him.
now, so
I gotta
New
hype
head
my
coach.
guys, you know. My hair look good.
I'm looking at all the wide receivers. Trey Tucker was their best receiver
All
last
right.
year.
I
It's
have
bad.
some.
Yeah.
I got some buy or sells. You guys want to do some buy or sells?
Sure.
I'm
We can do
gonna
that.
I'm gonna ask each of you, and then
Okay.
we'll go into some reasoning. All right,
Okay.
buy or sell. Emeka Egbuka has a stellar sophomore season and finishes as a top 15 wide receiver. Corey, buy or sell?
Ooh, man. I think I'm gonna buy. I really like Ibuka. I think he's
I do too.
really good.
Okay, Nate, you're buying. Austin,
yeah, I think I'm gonna buy.
I am buying as well. I
Okay.
think Emeka Egbuka is going to be possibly top 12 receiver this year, dude.
Because I think there's a
he-
youth movement, right?
I
So they
think-
push
yes,
everyone out,
exactly.
right?
Yep.
So like,
everyone's gone. They're all
Yeah.
gone.
I
Yeah,
think-
let me-
I think-
Even Rashad White, he's gone. He was there 4 years. See ya. They got rid of
Yeah.
him, man. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, let me look
Yeah.
at the depth charts of the
And-
Bucks real quick.
Baker's
Wait.
going to feed him, dude. Baker's going to bake.
So-
dude.
so
Colors to it.
if Chris Godwin for some reason can stay healthy, and Jalen McMillan doesn't break his neck again, they do have Ted Hurst, who they just drafted.
Yeah, they
So,
do.
like,
yeah.
If the future is Emeka Egbuka and Ted Hurst, like I think you're still doing okay with the top couple of receivers. And then like honestly, to me, Baker is just one of those quarterbacks that's solid. He's consistent. I'm not
Oh,
like
I've-
Austin on Baker. Like I'm
I've
not.
always loved
I've been.
Baker.
I have too. I'm huge on Baker.
But
I,
feel like
I,
he's
I
big.
love Baker.
He's
Love
middle
him.
of the road where he's not going to be a detriment. Like we talked about on the last one, about how like, does a bad quarterback, like how bad can they ruin a wide receiver one season if you have a bad quarterback on your team? I think he's one of those guys that's like a perfect example of like you can like almost not factor in the quarterback, and like if you have him as like the bar, then you can kind of compare everybody pretty evenly. But like, yeah, I mean, with Egbuka and Baker, like if they're trying to get Egbuka the ball, Baker can get him the ball.
Not to derail, but would you rather have Baker or Trevor Lawrence if you had to choose?
T-Law.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a tough one for me, dude.
That's tough.
I
don't even know.
The Jags did look good last year too.
They did.
I think he finally had a good coach. Like I think Liam Cohen's a really good coach, especially for
T-Law's
quarterbacks.
going very high.
I think his trajectory is up. I think Baker is like again, he's just a consistent, like you know what you're gonna get. T-Law, there's still some potential, and I would.
Well, actually, I just thought of something. I'm taking Baker, dude. They released that video where Trevor Lawrence cut his hair, and I hate it.
That's bad.
That is bad.
That was. It's a bad
I
look.
hate it.
You know they faked that though, right?
You just sold your soul, buddy.
Yeah.
Is it fake?
They had him put a fucking cap on and shit.
Right.
He still got
like,
long hair.
Why would he do this, man?
I'm gonna say, dude, you spent your entire life.
That was your thing. College, high school, everything. This long-haired blonde kid. He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like that one girl. That was like, remember that video, Austin?
Which one?
It was that girl that looks just like Trevor Lawrence, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember that
on
video?
Instagram, yeah.
There was a girl that looked just like Brock Purdy, too. Do you remember that?
Yeah, there is, yeah. Yeah, there is.
She did, too. Dude, she looked just like Brock Purdy, bro. It was crazy.
Let me see if I can find this. I think I sent it to Core. You guys ready?
Oh, it pops up over here.
I got all the drugs and I got all the guns. She didn't wanna fuck when you heard I'm the one. She got all the drugs and I got all the guns.
Oh my god, dude!
I can't believe Trevor Lawrence did
That's just one of them, dude. They were saying,
that was actually
Trevor, you really stooped, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
What is this guy doing?
He's crazy on his off seasons.
We got another buy or sell for you guys. You ready?
All right.
Buy or sell. Kenneth Gainwell averages more fantasy points per game than Bucky Irving.
Oh,
Sell,
dude. What?
There's no way.
That's
There's
close
no
for
way.
me.
I'm high on Bucky again this year. There's no way.
I think
Bucky got hurt last year also. So
yeah, if he could stay healthy, he's definitely the guy over Kenneth
He
Gainwell.
did just have a surgery on his shoulder. Like
he did.
It was a little bit like delayed, I think.
Yeah.
And he had that whole like mental health thing after he had surgery.
Mental health thing is scary.
So it's weird. It is weird. You know what it reminds me of is that Calvin Ridley shit, bro. Remember when Calvin Ridley just disappeared from the league for a little while?
He was gambling.
Yeah, but I mean, like
he was gambling on games and
chalk it up to a mental health thing or whatever. But like he was like, because it was the same thing with Josh Gordon. Remember Josh Gordon when he like kind of stepped away for drinking and whatever.
Yeah.
He was like top of the league, bro. He was really good.
It was actually smoking weed, dude. Josh Gordon
was
just wide receiver one, did he not?
It was a weed issue. Yeah, I remember.
All right, so everyone sold that one. Seems pretty straightforward.
We didn't have to go around for that one. That one was a pretty.
I'm still high on Bucky.
Next one.
Okay.
Buy or sell. Justin Herbert will have his best season since his sophomore year and will arguably finish as league MVP.
Ooh, you want me to start?
Go ahead, Corey. Lead us off.
Let me take a look at this depth chart real quick. So he's Ladd. He has Quentin Johnson and Trey Harris as his wideouts.
And everyone's favorite tight end this year.
Haronde
Gadsden. But they just got Njoku.
Boy. Can't wait for him to disappoint them.
I can't wait for Gadsden to have a fucking awful year, bro, and all these idiots to fucking.
I know. Yeah.
So
all these trades that these guys have been doing for him.
So it doesn't sound like anyone's buying Herbert as MVP this year.
I think he's gonna have a good year. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's
gonna have a better offense.
I don't think he's gonna have it
last year.
Due to what?
Long hair Herbert is better than short hair Herbert. I will say this. All right.
Mike McDaniel.
Okay.
Omar and Hampton's second year, so you can pace the game a little bit better.
Hampton, yes.
You can dump it off to him. You're gonna have a better running game, regardless. And then, I think Ladd will have a bounce back. You know, I had that in my notes as well. Like, do we think Ladd? Like, I think Ladd is gonna have a much better year than he had last year. I think Keenan Allen's out of the way. I think there's just there's a lot of things that'll line up to be like again, another, not to be that guy, but like another maybe sort of youth movement type of thing.
I would buy in on Lad big year.
Yeah.
What about? I've also heard people with takes that Quentin Johnston outperforms Lad this year.
Oh, I don't think so.
Just fantasy points
Yeah.
in PPR or in half point.
You pick.
That's a big thing, dude.
You pick.
Because I think in PPR, Lad's gonna be the guy. I mean, that's who they throw to. That's their guy. You know.
So you just think that possibly QJ kills him on deep throws?
It would be
or deep balls down the field,
touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Herbert likes to throw the deep ball. I think he's got a great arm. You know, I think that is something he can do. But it's tough. I don't. You know, it's hard to know what Mike McDaniel is gonna kind of draw up based off of like what Miami. You know, Miami's for that 1 year there when they had Tyreek and all that, they were a high flying offense. So like, he might push the ball down the field.
That's the year they got that 70 bomb on
on Denver.
Yeah, Denver.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Yep. That offense was
Vance Joseph's defense, bro.
That team was so weird because their offense was so crazy, but their defense was such ass.
Well, and then they would play like good teams and get boat raced, bro.
Oh,
yeah, crazy. They'd kill all the bad teams, and then they would lose bad to all the good teams.
Yes.
I got one for you, Nate.
One more thing on this Herbert thing is you're saying his sophomore year, right? He had 5,000 yards, right? He hasn't got a 4,000 yard year since 2022. You're saying he's going.
But who was he throwing to then?
I mean,
sophomore year.
Oh, sophomore year.
Yeah, his sophomore year. Who did he have as receivers that year? And tight end, right?
In 21, probably Keenan Allen.
It had to be Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen and what was that? Williams, and who was their tight end back then?
They had a
good tight end even.
Their depth chart in 2022.
Hunter Henry still? Was that before the Patriots got him?
They had Mike Williams. They had Joshua Palmer, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler.
Eckler was a dump-off machine, dude.
Yeah.
He had 700 yards receiving.
Eckler was so good.
My God. He was, dude.
He would do one-arm pull-ups, and he would jump in with the fantasy community. Fantasy community loved Austin Eckler. He ran a podcast and everything.
He does Yahoo Fantasy now, I think.
Yeah.
He's involved in fantasy. It's awesome. I love him.
Their tight end that year was Gerald Everett. So
Oh yeah, I remember Everett.
And he was decent then.
He was athletic.
555 yards. So not a bad
serviceable.
Year. Yes.
All right. Well, I just I seemed like they were really well rounded. I think this year.
What's the criteria again? I'm sorry. Say the buy sell again. How high?
The buy sell was MVP for Herbert.
Like another year like that
I don't
year.
think he'll do it either.
So definitely not MVP.
I think, like I said,
the only thing is the thing that kills me is, all right. So like basically, you're looking Keenan Allen when Herbert was throwing to him. You would compare to what Lad Williams would be QJ. I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. Omari and Hampton now would be Eckler. None of those are comparable. Eckler is better
similar.
Than I think Eckler's better.
Similar.
Yeah,
Hampton's not as good pass catching.
Yeah,
but I think Hampton should be pretty solid this year. I think that
he run the ball better.
Yeah, I think Herbert's a good buy this year.
Yeah,
for sure. Like I said before,
what's his?
I think
he's ADP QB 9, I think, something around there.
I'm not sure, but I'm definitely gonna be buying some shares of Herb.
I think he's gonna have a really good 11. Year. I don't think he's going to be that crazy.
So
yeah, but I'd be interested to do a mock draft and see where that is, because like if you're getting Justin
3,
if you're getting Justin Herbert, like in the 7th or whatever, like then yes, but I don't know if I'm reaching for him. Like there's other guy, like I'll take T-Law, like. Well, I guess T-Law's up there too, but like there's some guy like Brock Purdy. I'll take Brock Purdy like a couple rounds later. I'll take a few guys like a couple rounds later. Like maybe if I don't like a receiver or running back in that position, then I'll take them. But I'm never a big fan of taking a receiver or a quarterback in the range where you're like you could get a somewhat equivalent guy a couple rounds later.
All right. Well, I know you've mentioned youth movements a lot tonight, Nate. This next buy or
Nate's
sell.
really in with the youth. He loves the youth.
He is. He's a youther.
Yes. Yes.
This
What do you
next
got?
one, you're leading
Feels like
off.
a trap.
No, it's easy. It's pretty easy one, I think. Buy or sell. The top 12 running backs will not feature one of Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, or Alvin Kamara.
You have to say it again. These lists
Yeah.
fucking stump me, bro.
Buy or sell. The top 12 running backs, top 12, will not feature one of Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, or Alvin Kamara.
One of?
The Alvin one is
Any
the
of
only
them.
one that
Well,
really
any of
where
those
I'm like,
guys finish top 12.
I would go as far as to say Kamara and Henry will not be.
Okay. So you think possibly
Henry's gonna be tough,
McCaffrey and
dude.
Saquon do?
injury wise. If they get injured, yes, they're not going to be on there. But
Yeah.
I mean, now you got me really thinking because
Kamara will not. Kamara, I think, is having a bad
Christian
year.
McCaffrey usually goes
done.
like
I
good
think
year,
Kamara's on
injured year,
borderline done.
good year, injured year. It's kind of how McCaffrey
Right.
goes, and like,
Yeah,
well, he had a good year last year.
It's
so-
a lot of running backs follow that trend, to be honest, Austin. Josh Jacobs had that best year, and then he was shit. What's his name? The running back for the Colts last year. Jonathan
JT?
Taylor.
Yeah.
He was rough as fuck. Bounce back.
But that's the nature of the running back position is just injuries.
Running back's tough, man.
It is
That's
true. Yeah.
that's why wide receivers always go so much more consistently in fantasy because you don't have to worry about injuries. But then, I don't remember if it was
Running
2
backs
years
win
ago.
leagues.
2 years ago, there was a lot of injuries at receiver and not at running back, and everyone was like, "Oh, shit, like maybe the NFL has changed." But I think traditionally, like historically, you're going to run into a lot. I mean, those guys touch the ball a lot, and it's a lot of contact every time they touch the ball. So
I mean, look at you last year taking CeeDee Lamb. We were all like, "Wow, Nate got CeeDee like real late." And then what happened? He got hurt. Yeah, I mean, Jordan Pickens. It was just like the Pickens show.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. CeeDee still had his moments, but like it was the Pickens show by the end of the year with Dallas, dude. It was.
I know we touched on this already, but yeah, it's hard for me to imagine a world where Pickens and CD are both like they'll both be viable fantasy options, but like where one of them could be wide receiver one. Like I don't think that's even in the realm of possibility unless one of them gets hurt. Like I don't like wide receiver
agree.
one. Like because like CD was that a couple years ago. Like
it's tough because that's gone. I have CD in 3
I think they're both gonna. At this point, I'm like buy Dak.
And exactly.
I hate
Back
Dak.
to like
I hate
that.
Dak.
Right, actually, yeah.
I'm not like I don't like the guy.
Yeah,
I usually don't, but he's just slinging the ball.
Fantasy seems to agree with you, dude. Because this on ADP, it looks like he's
high.
8. Yeah,
he's high.
Yeah. So like
I'm
people
assuming
agree.
Josh Allen's probably QB1, right? I'm assuming so.
Yeah,
it's gotta be Josh Allen.
Lamar is QB2. So coming off that year, that's
crazy.
interesting. Yeah.
See, like
I think he's gonna
Burrow,
bounce back.
Drake, Daniels, Caleb Williams.
I
think Caleb Williams is too high as well. Yeah.
I avoid
it's
Cowboys.
a projection. Still, I feel like
Where's
he had a good year.
Too low.
He is 16, bro.
Yeah, he's
crazy.
Really low.
The guy's led the league the past 3 years in passing yards, and he's fucking that low.
No one respects him.
He doesn't run the ball. He gets no points.
It's
on
true.
the ground.
He's good at passing, dude.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, I guess this is all fantasy related.
It's
as
fantasy
well,
related.
So, yeah.
Right.
Corey, do you got any good ones for us, dude?
Oh, like any? Are we done with the buy and sell? You got nobody else left?
I do have another. I do have one more buy and sell. Do we want to get this out of the way?
Yeah, knock it out, man.
Just knock it
finish
out.
it up.
All right, we got one more buy and sell, and then I'm good on them. Buy or sell. We're gonna lead off with Austin on this one.
Okay.
Algier has more rushing touchdowns than Jeremiah Love.
Not close to me.
I don't think so.
I said Austin.
I don't. Dude, I think Jeremiah Love is going to be a straight workhorse on the fucking Cardinals this year, dude. They are going to give him the ball 800 times, dude, until his legs are broken. Like, they have the hardest schedule, dude. 6 out of their 9 first games in the season are all away
They're
games.
in a tough division. We were just talking about not on the pod.
It's not like a little a cakewalk. Like for
your
them to
guys'
win, they're
division
gonna have
and their
to
division.
work
I
for
mean,
it, man.
yeah, between the
Toughest too.
but between the NFC North and
And
NFC
then with
West,
Jacoby
it's
Brissett, this whole
brutal.
situation with him, that doesn't look good for them.
Him holding out is not good whatsoever right now.
I think this isn't even a question. If Tyre Algier didn't get 8 touchdowns last year, he only had 514 yards. If he did not get those 8 touchdowns, he does not look good at all in fantasy. Those touchdowns carried him super hard. He had the worst. He had the worst year of his career yardage.
I never touch him personally.
I was never.
You know who's a fan of Algier is Rich. Rich really likes Algier.
Well, yeah.
He always has been. He always picks him Algier for some reason.
Because he's always one injury away, dude.
8 touchdowns is a solid fucking stat line.
It is.
For him
yeah, but you don't know when that's coming, dude. You have a 50-50 shot. If there's 17 games, you have a 50-50 shot that one of those touchdowns is coming, and the other 50% is he got you 2 fantasy points.
He was the big third down goal line guy. It was going right to Algier every time.
He has 18 career touchdowns. 8 of them were last year. So he only had 10 3 years prior.
Crazy.
So
that alone, he was a value last year. He's got 18 and 8 of them were last year. If you drafted him,
he's trending downward yards wise
for sure.
And I would put my faith in a rookie way more than a guy that's trending downwards every year yardage wise.
A rookie running back?
Yes.
Jadarian Price, you would take over him?
No. I thought we were talking about the Jeremiah Love.
Okay.
I got one for you.
I got one for you. All right, let's hear it, Nate. Go ahead.
So it's sort of topical because we're talking about the Cardinals.
Like topical, like Rexall. If you got poison ivy.
I have
solution.
2 guys that are back to back in the rankings. Let me confirm that. Yeah, back to back in the rankings. Wide receiver 30 and wide receiver 31 by ADP on Fantasy Pros.
Okay.
Carnell Tate or Marvin Harrison Jr.
That one's tough.
It's really tough.
Super. Because
you're just.
I'm going Tate. Actually, it's not tough. Jacoby Brissett holding out. I never touch anyone that's holding out. Terry McLaurin, he was holding out, didn't touch him. I argued it last year with the draft party. I'm like, he's holding out, don't touch him. Rich was the buyer. Rich is like, I like him, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he's good.
I've always liked him before. You don't buy someone who's holding out right now. Jacoby Brissett, their fucking quarterback is holding out right now.
Yeah.
I'm not touching a lot of Cardinals. Trey McBride will not
I'm
be
not
someone
touching a lot of Cardinals either.
I do not draft Trey McBride. I do not draft. Jeremiah Love is going to be the only draft that on the Cardinals that I take if I take one.
Yeah,
because he's independent.
Workhorse.
It's easy to get a dump off. It doesn't matter who throws it. I could go out there for the Cardinals and throw a dump off to Jeremiah Love.
Trey Benson would still be a good grab as well, I think.
Maybe.
He'll still be a good grab.
History has told me that's the wrong call.
Well, the problem is James Conner's still there.
Yeah.
James Conner's still there.
So I guess take all 3.
James Conner.
Yeah. Yikes, dude! You got a hell of a team, dude.
I'm just drafting in your all the Cardinals, dude.
I want to be in your league, bro. Sign me up.
You're in his league. You are signed up.
Yeah, you're signed up, pal.
See, if the Cardinals had a better quarterback situation, I might go Marvin Harrison. Because I do like him. I think he has potential.
Too. I think,
I just don't think he's had a quarterback to throw to him, at all.
Like talked about,
we're early in the offseason.
What I talked about earlier is Cam Ward has a hell of a work ethic. I think he takes a major step forward this year. I think he has more weapons now. I mean, you see what he did with Gunnar Helm last year, and who else was he throwing it to? It was what was the other kid's name? It was all a bunch of young kids out there catching the ball.
Iomanner,
Chigo Okonkwo. Mm-hmm. I think Okonkwo has a good season this year.
Yeah.
He's on the Commanders now.
It's tough because, you don't historically see a rookie wide receiver carry a room. It just doesn't usually happen. It happens occasionally, but like
he could definitely be the one to do it this
neighbors
year,
or whatever. But yeah, through volume, I think Tate will hold his own. I don't know how badly he'll outscore Marv, but even if Brissett's there, I think Tate. Say Brissett solves his situation before training camp starts, and they have the whole training camp to get on the same page. I still personally am taking Tate. Like, even if the holdout's not an issue, I'd still take Tate.
The holdouts are never not an issue, dude.
On the topic of Cam Ward just having like a good year this year, like Wandale going to Tennessee is like super big for him because Wandale he just came off a really good year.
Where did Likely go? To the Giants, correct?
He went to the Giants. Yeah. Yes, he did. Yeah.
I think
so he's back with Harbaugh. He's back with Harbaugh. Yeah.
Likely will do well this year.
Because Wandale just had his first year over 1,000 yards last year on the Giants.
Yeah.
Out of his whole career, so he's trending upwards big time.
That's what me and Jay had that conversation the other night. Like, they kept Mark Andrews over Likely, which is the craziest thing.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Why would you keep him?
Why
would you keep him, man? Mark Andrews is what, 34, 35 years old? He's got to be, man.
I wonder what kind of deal he signed though, because you have what's his name? You have Lamar, dude, making an absolute absurd amount of money. So like they might have just been like, we'll just take the older guy.
He's only 30.
He's only 30, dude.
Wow,
he's turning 31 this year.
I know.
I know. He seems like he's been 30 for 5 years now.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews has been an old man for 5 years, and he's not even old.
Hey guys, Nate from Hardly Huddled. Thanks for hanging around for the whole episode. If you have any suggestions for the show, please leave them below. Subscribe for us if you could. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.